Hello, folks! Yes, it's a Nintendo 64 game.
We're back.
Well, yes, it's a replay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another rerun, folks.
Oh, well, this time it's Paper Mario.
This time around, we're gonna get the whole trilogy done.
Well,
I'm not gonna say one sitting, but definitely get it done.
And for those of you who have not seen the run before I deleted it, don't worry, we won't spoil too much.
Ideally.
But, yeah. Yes, Paper Mario, the spiritual successor to Legend of the Seven Stars. It was originally a sequel, but then it became its own series.
Well, they kind of had to completely change up the setting to pure Mario because Square owns everything that was not Mario in RPG.
That's another story entirely.
Oh boy, don't get me started on how Sony swipes Square.
No, instead it's going to start how Bowser and Candy Koopa are hijacking the story. Because Bowser is suddenly genre savvy.
That sprite's actually very close to his Yoshi's Island sprite.
That boss fight still creeps me out. It's epic but creepy. Epic but creepy. Oh boy. Yeah, the reason why Bowser's doing this? Well, what do you expect? All his wishes never get granted. So he's gonna take the power of granting wishes for himself.
You would think these guys would actually decide to, I don't know, use the Star Rod when he invades.
But they were just too slow.
Good is dumb.
But then again, trying to rationalize everything doesn't really make the game fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's just enjoy it for what it is.
I have a severe problem with pragmatism.
Instead, why don't we enjoy this romp of a game that was released near the end of the N64's lifetime? Or life cycle. Whichever you prefer.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Paper Mario 1,
yeah,
2001.
Later re-released 6 years later on the Virtual Console.
Yeah, I think Paper Mario 1 and Thousand Year Door are both on the Virtual Console right now.
No, just Paper Mario 1.
Well, they're probably going to put Thousand Year Door on there eventually, because the Wii U is not GameCube compatible.
Well, I'm just glad my Wii still works. Anyway. Welcome to the Mario Brothers residence. Oh. Miracle! So yes, it begins with a letter.
And it begins with Luigi.
Gee, way to steal the spotlight, Luigi. I also mentioned this game, as well as the rest of the games in the series, developed by Intelligent Studios, who I believe also developed Fire Emblem.
Yeah, they are the second-party group that does the Fire Emblem series.
Oh, and WarioWare games, I believe.
Possibly.
Anyway, yes, just like in Super Mario 64, it begins with an invitation to the castle. Except this time it's going to be for a party instead of just cake. And fortunately, the cake is not a lie.
Princess Toadstool. Peach.
So, let's head to the castle. Yes, obviously, since it's called Paper Mario, it's a paper art style.
Well, the sprites of characters are paper style. Most of the game is done in very cartoony 3D polygons.
The paper element doesn't really come into play until the sequel.
Where they just have all sorts of fun with it.
Oh yeah, actually I think it was the most implemented in Sticker Star, the 3DS. Because there's certain status effects that happen in terms of like crumpled up or soggy. Yeah, they take the paper element up to 11 in that game.
Now, you'll notice that they did a nice nod here. The layout of the first floor is almost identical to that of the castle in Super Mario 64.
Well, that, the fact that, well, I think obviously the castle keeps getting renovated.
Yes, back then it didn't have so much as freaking bathrooms. This time around, the place has got a fully stocked kitchen, but we will not see that till much later.
And actually, Toad Town itself, I think you do run through a similar looking area in the beginning of Super Mario Galaxy.
To a degree, yes. Over the years, a city is just built up around the castle.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
For what reason, I have no idea, given that basically the Toads are all red shirts.
Yeah, it would be a nice view, too. Uh-oh.
But Peach is strawberry redhead in this game.
Yeah, and blonde in all of her other Paper Mario appearances. Oh, boy. I bet nobody saw this coming in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, how the hell do you pull that off?
The Star Rod.
Yeah, he just magicked it under the castle.
And we're going to lower Earth orbit.
Yes, you're swiping my lines again.
Sorry. Actually, this whole thing actually returns in Sticker Star, I believe. The whole concept of Peach's castle, or at least Bowser's castle, being in the air. Or a mix of both.
Yeah. Welcome to the stratosphere. It's dark, it's cold, and the air is thin as paper.
Bowser out of nowhere! Likewise, your naughtiness.
Yes.
Well, of course it was him.
Yeah, he's... I think this is actually the first time he's pulled any sort of earthquakey type stuff in the series, chronologically speaking.
Not to mention that this series, well, this game in itself, makes Bowser incredibly competent.
Yeah, this is like the first game where Bowser is like shown to be intelligent and crafty.
Yeah, I think you turn up red IQ. So yeah, he planned ahead for this.
Oh yes. I mean, technically speaking, the game is still winnable, but in universe, there's always this feeling that Bowser may actually win this time.
Of course, because he's got an ace up his sleeve. Or should I say, ace up his shell.
Yes.
But yeah, anyway, may as well get to the nuances of the battle system. Actually, there won't be need for that until we actually get to the proper gameplay. Instead, we just gotta, keep taking our hits and dishing them out.
Yeah, this is just a tutorial.
Well, it's just a scripted fight.
Yeah, not much you can do right now.
Unless you cheat, but then again, you'll end up breaking the game.
Yeah, it's possible through hacking to beat Bowser, but the game will glitch out something fierce.
And this is why. Coming up. Yep, it's the Star Rod. And not only can it grant wishes, it can also beat him up.
Yes, it's a toy and a weapon.
Definitely making it one of the most powerful artifacts in the Mushroom Kingdom.
One wonders if it's actually the scepter that Rosalina always carries.
Who could say?
Well, I mean, Rosalina is basically implied to be the Mushroom World's deity.
Think. Yeah, the Star Rod more or less improves Bowser's strength and his defense, so therefore Mario's jump is ineffective. He
basically all he did is wish he was invincible, so...
Yeah, he basically survived because that didn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is where he's like, playtime's over. He does so traditionally. How? Fire breath! Ooh! Overkill much?
Quite.
And thus marks the first and so far only time Bowser has actually beaten Mario in battle.
Yes, canonically any screw-ups by the player's part in any other game are screw-ups. Nightmares.
Congratulations on your victory, your viciousness.
Yeah, Cammy's weird. She likes to give Bowser nicknames.
Yeah, and she's more or less a replacement for Kamek, who actually appears in Sticker Star.
Well, Kamek is the superior Magic Goomba.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be fair.
Bam!
Ooh, nice shot. And this is going to be one hell of a fall. But, where was I? Yes. Kamek is so popular among the Japanese and American fandoms that basically anytime there is an unnamed Magic Koopa in a leadership position in a Mario game, people just assume it's Kamek. Case in point, Mario RPG. Many people, myself included, assume that that's Kamek in the Keep, who creates the infinite coin box for you.
Speaking of which, I might redo that game actually in the future. I don't know yet. Anyway, thus the game begins. Prologue, a plea from the stars. Oh no, I got my reasons for redoing that one. But that's.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, we ought to try and find some new games to do, but
then again, there's no harm in going over some old material or find some new life in it. Anyway, the Star Spirits.
in spirit, not in body.
No pun intended. Actually, if I recall, in Mario Party 5, there actually are the hosts of the game.
Yes, I believe they are.
Gravely injured, but he's just barely hanging in there.
Yeah, they're very staticky because not only are they astral projecting, they're astral projecting with very tiny amounts of their power because they're all sealed.
Mm-hmm. So they're gonna give Mario the last of their power just to make sure that the game actually begins.
Yeah, they've only got maybe like somewhere between 1 and 10% of their energy right now in their current states.
And they're gonna use roughly 7 to 8%. The remaining 2% will have to be used when we get to where we have to go at the end of the prologue.
Well, all but one of them has used up all their juice.
Oh, a friendly Goomba!
Those are rare.
Actually, this whole series in itself has its share of friendly monsters.
Yeah. Monsters are same as the Toads and same as the very few humans.
Yeah.
They're people just like you and me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that a lot of them are in the Koopa Troop because, one, Bowser is a brilliant, charismatic, and very benevolent leader. And two, sometimes they just want to have fun. And having fun, it's probably loads of fun ransacking Toad Town every couple of years.
Mm. Anyway, we're in a Toad House. These are our inns.
And they're free, by the way.
Which has changed in Thousand Year Door, actually. But only for a paltry amount of coins. Roughly 5 to 10 coins. Can you tell me later? I'm kind of resting right now. Yeah. So we gotta go to the Shooting Star Summit. That's where we'll have the plot, so to speak. Huh? You may notice there may be some actual jagged edges in terms of the polygons. Then again, emulation's not perfect.
Yeah.
Same with audio, when you might hear certain clicks in the audio and stuff.
Yeah, Majora's Mask is supposedly infamous for audio gaffes, but I've never heard any.
Well, it was for me on the Virtual Console release of this game.
Well, actually, no. The issue with N64 ROMs is just an issue with emulation in itself. Unless it's being run by the native N64 hardware, there's supposedly, like, minor gaffes in graphics and audio and whatnot. I never saw them in Majora's Mask, but that's definitely a seam right there.
Yes, we're currently in Goomba Village. Yes, start with a mustache. A mustache is just not as awesome as mine. I'm still amazed how in the Mario and Luigi RPG's stash is a natural stat.
Well, it helps them get a discount.
That and luck in battle. Starhaven, you know, just past the Shooting Star Summit. Yeah, that would make sense. Anyway, I actually would like to visit the Goombas. Wonder what they're like.
Good question.
Hello there. Yes, I do take my time to talk to certain NPCs at times. Why? Because I'm curious.
No. Nothing wrong with that.
And of course, in Japanese, this game is known as Mario Story. I think it's the only Paper Mario game to not be called Paper Mario in Japan, I think. If I recall. Oh, great! Our biggest fan! Goombario. Obviously a pun on Goomba and Mario.
Named after his idol.
This is Goombaria! Oh. Well, he did take quite a beating. Hey, Goompapa! And of course there was Goommama. Yeah, I do have to leave. Oh, yes. Well, yeah, kinda know this.
This would be easy to do.
But we gotta wait for him to fix the gate. You know, the thing is... Oh yeah, the earthquake really did a number on it.
Yeah, that was Bowser doing his thing there.
Okay, well, in the meantime, we'll just go talk to the other Goombas of this village. It's just one big family here.
Yeah.
Goomba. Yeah, she's the Goomba grandmother. So that's where she got the name.
In universe, this town's probably got a few more families of Goombas in it.
Probably.
It's just conservation, law of conservation of detail, basically.
And yeah, that law of conservation of frame rate and graphics and stuff. Yep, that's me. Let me guess, you're Goomba grandfather. So I'm Goomba.
Very funny. These guys.
This game loves its puns.
These Goombas are not very creative with their naming.
Then again, some of the other characters we've come across in the game, they have other kinds of puns in their names. Okay.
Now, my question is, why couldn't Mario have hopped over the fence?
Invisible walls.
It just seems really silly to me.
Oh, because then we wouldn't be able to grab what we really need to get through the game.
True.
Because we can't go through the game with just our jump alone.
No, Mario's known for his signature weapon.
The hammer! Yeah. So, oh yeah, by the way, Goopapa, that's an awesome stash, but again, not as awesome as mine. But yeah, I know that. Then again, this is for the player. Duty calls. I'll come back and visit if I can. I'll visit at least twice more. Uh-oh. There's the hag. Or should I say the hack? Kamek, you are not.
Yeah.
You're a decent replacement, but no.
Nah.
But yeah, she was smart enough to check on him. Otherwise, if she hadn't come this way, then, well, we'd just be on our way to Toad Town already. I beg to differ, Cammy. Yes? Useless, huh? Well, then again, her castle is currently in the sky. And we don't have a wing cap in this dimension.
Yep, wrong timeline.
Yep, wrong continuity even. Uh-oh. Definitely can't jump over that block. Great.
Again, climb the fence.
What do you expect? It's insurmountable, waist high, and annoying. I just fixed that gate. Nobody say gate to me.
Gate!
Wait, we don't need him.
Isn't he a pile of scrap in Alia's closet?
Yeah, that's another story. Anyway. Yes, you kidnapped Princess Peach. Again!
Yeah, someone seriously got to put that guy down.
And seriously, someone keep a running tally of how many times Peach gets kidnapped.
Then again, Bowser's one of the 7 star children, so offing him probably would disrupt the balance of the world.
You know, in Zelda we have the power tree of Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. It just made me wonder, does that mean Bowser represents power, Peach represents wisdom, and Mario represents courage?
One could say that, yes. And then there's the other 4 star children.
Yeah.
Bowser himself is one. There's also Wario. And there's DK Jr., mind you. And Yoshi. Yoshi Prime, that is. Uh-oh.
Eep. Actually, you already mentioned Bowser was one of the star children. As well as Mario and Peach.
Oh, right.
Don't you-
So I'm missing one.
Don't you mean, Luigi?
Ah, yes. Luigi is also a star child.
Yep, it's me. Yeah, don't you just hate when that happens?
You hit the veranda a little too hard.
No, I think it was actually the block that caused it. It did send shockwaves through the village. And that veranda wasn't as sturdy as it used to be. Yeah, but, yep, this is quite a problem.
Now, once again, we have a fence that Mario could easily hop over. I don't know about this poor old guy, but Mario could hop over it easily. At least here, it makes sense why you'd want to get rid of the block, so this poor guy can go home.
I guess that's the logic of the matter here?
For this one. The other one is completely inexcusable.
Again, invisible blocks. Invisible walls, even. There are plenty of invisible blocks to find, too. There's no way I can
Oh,
find...
yes, and most of them have a lot of goodies.
Other than that, they just have one coin. Oh, then again, invisible coin blocks still remind me of certain ROM hacks.
Oh, speaking of which, Mario Maker for the Wii U.
Oh, yes.
Somewhere in Calgary, Canada, Azurblade 49 and Proton John are weeping openly now.
And the fans, however, are rejoicing. As is Mario, because he just got the hammer. Yep.
Oh, the Kaizo hacks!
Except it's actually licensed and endorsed by Nintendo!
Which makes it even better.
Oh my god, it's a scary thought. Remaking Kaizo Mario with Mario Maker. Oh dear.
Dear. Someone's gonna do that.
Oh,
Someone is gonna do that.
yeah.
Assuming they have the cape feather and all the Super Mario World trimmings in Mario Maker, someone's gonna do it.
Chances are they might. And besides, if someone were to offer a challenge about that to happen, so I know someone's good at it gonna say, challenge accepted.
There is no way the internet will not try to remake Kaizo in an official Mario game. Absolutely none.
Oh, a dolly! Oh, Goombario's looking for it, huh? Well, might as well take it with us. Yeah. We always won't feel like looking around everywhere. I would look around everywhere, but unfortunately, I'm gonna need stronger hardware for that.
Anyway, there's a save block in here for a reason.
Because we're about to get interrupted by this game's resident troll. Well, one of them.
Well, more like you're the resident annoyance.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Gary of the game. In all manners of the word.
Stubborn, annoying, thick-headed to the point of being incapable of knowing to quit when he's down.
Yep, he's definitely an XP of Gary Oak.
Well, the douchebag from the games in the English anime. Japanese anime, he's actually pretty respectful.
Well, English anime up until roughly Hoenn, I believe. Or at least the
they fought it out, I think.
Yeah, or at least the end of the Johto arc. After which, Gary became a friendly rival. Anyway, Junior Troopa.
You're gonna fight this clown at least 3 more times after this one that I can remember.
Let's see, this one, another one, then...
Possibly 4.
I'm gonna wager probably 6 times after this. Probably 5 or 6 times. Oh really? You can only do 1 damage. Unfortunately, I can't block. Nope.
Yeah, you don't get access to timed hits until much later.
Nope, not until the end of the prologue. Which sucks, really. Say hello to Junior Troopa's special attack! Full power! And he just does 2 damage. Bonk. Good night. Get good riddance. Oh, yep, we got star points.
20 to be exact.
Yep, every 100 points we get, we level up. And we'll level up at the end of the prologue, actually. Well, near the end of the prologue. Practically guaranteed.
Well, mostly because the prologue boss gives you a ton of points.
Anyway. I made it! I'll be back! Yeah, smell you later, loser.
How about we drop you off a cliff?
Problem. His eggshell is quite strong and sturdy.
Ah, mushroom. Num num.
Yeah, recovers, 5 heart points. Yeah, there are 3 kinds of mushrooms. There's mushrooms, super shrooms, and ultra shrooms. Ultra shrooms, of course, are very rare, since they recover 50 HP. And we have heart blocks, which recover HP and flower points. Flower points we will need to execute special moves. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to check out everything. Actually, if you come back with a super hammer later on, you'll be able to grab what's known as a repel gel from that gray block. Not that I bother actually getting it in this run. I didn't need it. I didn't need any repel gels, apparently. If I recall. Oh, great. Enemy Goombas incoming. Yep. Pretty much, if you manage to hit them on the field, you get a first strike. That way you can deal out damage preemptively. This mechanic also returns in the Mario and Luigi games. Yep, Goombas, of course, only have 2 HP and only 1 attack power, so they're no big deal. Then again, they're the underlings of underlings.
Yes.
Which is really insulting. Not to mention demoralizing. Spike Goombas, on the other hand, have 2 attack power. And, of course, don't jump on them, otherwise you'll take damage. Or worse, you might get paralyzed. I don't think the paralysis ever happens, but you do get hurt for 1 damage. They only give, what, 1 star point more than a regular Goomba. And no, you know, in terms of battles, any battles that have a level up in them, I keep on camera. Any repeat encounters, well, majority of them, they get cut out.
Unless you do something epic.
Well, maybe. Or at least do demonstrations of something, I don't know. Anyway, now we have Paragoombas. Of course, they're hammer-proof, so we gotta jump on them.
Mercifully, 1 hop will clip their wings.
But unfortunately, that means that since we don't have action commands yet, we had to do at least 1 attack. On the plus side, Paragoombas drop 1 more star point than regular Goombas. At this point. Eventually, if you outlevel an enemy, you get no star points from them whatsoever.
Yeah, diminishing returns. The stronger you are, the less you get.
I think you stop getting star points altogether from weaker enemies after you reach level 27, I believe?
Pretty much, yeah. And at that point, the only thing that will give you XP is Bowser himself.
Either that or just bosses. Although there's a certain enemy that can give you a boatload of star points. But that's not gonna be that enemy doesn't even begin appearing until chapter 6. Yep, don't worry, he's safe and sound. And unlike the last run, I'm gonna show the tutorials, you know, for the audience's sake.
It's part of the gameplay.
That, and I don't want to be arrogant and claim, oh, I know everything. Besides, it doesn't hurt to have a refresher course. Oh, don't worry, he's fine. He's fit as a fiddle. Alright, well, so, what's next, Goomba? Oh? Okay. Yeah, that dolly. Well, you could be a jerk and not give it to her, but I'm gonna give it to her anyway. Because that's just how Mario is.
Yeah, Mario's an all-around good guy.
Albeit you could be a jerk anyway in terms of dialogue. Star Piece! If you collect enough of them, you may get rewards at Shooting Star Summit. Thanks, Goombario. Work out? Well, yeah. On a constant basis, all that jumping really pays off. Really? Uh-huh. Yeah, your head is rock hard. Well, that's not the only ability he has, actually. Well, more on that later. You're embarrassing me. Of course, it is true. Bit of a braggart, aren't you, Goombario?
Quite.
We're just wrapping with Mario. Oh god, now I have an odd thought in my head. Never mind. Anyway.
That completely inappropriate use of weird vernacular reminded me of Jimmy from GTA 5 there for a second.
Okay. Anyway, yes, now we have badges. Unlike accessories in Super Mario RPG, badges in this series, they actually, at least the first two games, they actually give you quite a lot of benefits, from increasing HP and FP to giving you additional offense and defense, or even giving you new moves.
Yeah, but you can only have so many on.
Yeah, because it costs badge points for certain badges.
And I believe there is a hard cap on how many you can have, which is 24, I believe?
30.
30.
Which is really problematic if you're trying to equip certain badges, because badges can have a badge point capacity of as many as probably 7? Well, at least certain badges have either 6 or 7 badge points that are required. Although there are also only certain ones that only cost 0 BP.
But those are cosmetic badges.
Yeah.
Most of the sound effect ones.
The badge system is actually revamped in Thousand Year Door. More on that when we actually get to that game.
I'm afraid that's not gonna happen. He's gonna need both hands for his hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of which, we got a hammer. Yeah, too bad, Goomba. Yep. This lower back pain. That sucks. We could have used a wise old man, or should I say wise old Goomba. Then again, we do have a substitute. No, not you, Goombario. No, Goombario. Nope, yep, he is our first party member.
He's not entirely all that strong, but he's insanely useful because he can get you enemy info.
Yep, he is, our scanner. Goombario joined your party. Yes, party members in this game have uses both in battle and in the field. Goombario's is Tattle, which allows you to get information about your surroundings or people.
If you're within speaking distance of an NPC, activating Goombario will have him tell you a little bit about that character.
Yep, and his other ability is head bonking, which is of course used by all other Goombas. Basically, it's an alternative to jumping.
It's really their only form of attack, aside from, I don't know, biting, which would be way too grim for a kid's game.
Not to mention that later on you can upgrade your partners throughout the game, and Goombario gets 2 additional moves. Charge, which improves his damage, and Multi-Bonk, which is a variant of Mario's Power Bounce.
Yes, so he gets Super Jump.
More or less. But of course, the more you use Multi-Bonk or Power Bounce, your attacks get weaker.
All the same.
It'll probably be useless eventually against an enemy with actual defense. You be a good boy, you hear? He will. Hide up. Oh, sheesh, I'll be good. What do you expect? Mama is very overprotective.
Don't start fights? That's Mario's job.
Yeah, because Goombario is just a supporter right now. Blah, 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 blah. Well, she cares.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will. Anyway. Sorry about the squeaky chair. Anyway, no, we're gonna cap this part off with going to the Toad House, and we're gonna rest, and, see you guys in part 2 of Paper Mario for when we actually get to the end of the prologue.
We're gonna be doing the prologue in Chapter 1 first off.
Yep, see you then, folks.